What is up, guys? It is your LOL support here. Be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up. Like us on Facebook and Twitter to ask us questions and to receive news on the channel. Links for both will be in the description below. And last, be sure to tick that subscribe button to join our team, but more importantly, to join our family. Alright guys, see ya.
But now that you're gone, I can fly.
What is up, guys? It is your LOL support here, and today we're going to be bringing you guys another segment of the series, Ask Biggims. You guys have presented a lot of great questions in the comments down below, and I have tried my best to make sure I respond to all of them. And this week we're going to be bringing you the 5 comments that, not only in this video, but on other videos and personal messages that I've gotten, I thought were the best ones to present to the community and have everyone hear my response to. So without further ado, let's get into the first comment. Alright? This comment is from Daryl Blade. I play a lot of different champions in every role, but I can't seem to find a main champion that I can play and not get bored with after 3 to 4 games. Any advice on what champs I can play for an extended period of time and not get bored? Well, Daryl, I'm exactly the same way as you. I love playing a wide variety of champions for the simple fact that I just simply get bored of a lot of champions. But I will say this. You want to find a champion that fits your kind of attitude and play style, and especially like in which lane. You know, so I have a really aggressive mindset, and I like to see opportunities and go for it. So I'm very kind of mid laner-ish. So I need to find either champions in the mid lane that have that mindset, or a champion in another lane that has that mindset but can also make it work. Some examples of this are Jace in the top lane is an example of somebody who can see a small window, charge into it with like to the skies combos and stuff like that, and still be an adequate top laner. And people in the mid lane that I just don't grow tired of are like Diana or like a Katarina or a Yasuo or something like that. I may not be the best with most of them, or all of them, or some of them, or I might not be the best at all. I might just be terrible at this game, but I do like playing those champions because they fit my playstyle and they fit my personality. And also, I like how they look. They're cool looking champions and their abilities are awesome. So, pick a champion who you really like. Pick a champion who you think is aesthetically pleasing to you. And somebody that you think that their kit is very much like you. I would say that's my best advice for that. And then just play and play and play them. And when you start getting really good with them, trust me, it's not going to get boring when you're going like 12-0 in lane every time. It gets really fun. Alright, hopefully I answered that adequately for you. The next question comes from Mary Has No Whittle Lamb Ning, NG. What should you do when you have a bad game and everyone blames you? Well, Mary Has No Whittle Lamb. When I do poorly in a game, and I do poorly, trust me, I do bad sometimes. Like, sometimes I'm on tilt and I can't play right. Rather than defend yourself when you know you're in the wrong and potentially start a keyboard warrior fight, just simply say, I'm sorry, that was my fault, my bad, or something along those lines, of admitting that you're at the fault. Because when you do that, it shows humility. It shows that you understand that you made an error. It shows that, hey, I know I'm not perfect and I apologize, but I'll try and make it better up next time. You know, by arguing and by trying to start a fight with your teammates, like, oh, I'm not usually this bad. I did 7-0 last game. I'm the best. Well, you're not 7-0 this game. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what you did last game. If you want to get that tattooed on your forehead, walk around, have people know, hey, he did well that one day in that one game. You know, accept that you did a mistake. Everyone makes it, and move on. Because if you let that cloud your judgment and you go back into lane on tilt and you feed off more kills and more kills and more kills till you're so tilted you can't make good decisions, you might miss a game-changing decision later on because you're so tilted. You know, if you make a mistake, admit it, apologize, move on, and think about how you can make it better, you might be there mentally for that decision you have to make in the late game that will end up winning you guys the game. And then no one's going to remember your mistake. But if you go 0-12 and you lose, I'm pretty sure they're going to remember it. So that's my advice. Just simply shrug it off, admit you're wrong, move on, keep your head clear. The next question is from ExoWolfD. Will/do you live stream? I do live stream on Twitch every once in a while. It's not consistent enough for me to say, hey guys, come watch my stream. It's something that I would probably put out there. For those of you guys who don't know, on Twitch, my username is BoozerBlow, BOOZERBLO. Yeah. But I wouldn't say that my streaming is consistent enough to put it out there for you guys to go watch. If you guys would like, you can go and follow my stream, and when I do sporadically decide to stream, you guys can see an email or a notification pop up, and you can come watch me. It would be a fun time. But as far as do I stream enough to give you guys set dates and times of my streams, I do not, sadly. What was working on the YouTube channel, editing, balancing a job on the side and everything like that, it's just not practical for me to, and it's not reliable for me to tell you guys, yeah, I'm going to stream every day. I don't know if I will or not, you know? So I do stream though, just very sporadic and kind of random. So if you want to follow me, get notifications of when I stream, and come watch whenever that is. I would love it, and I talk to everyone in the chat. Don't you doubt it. I talk to everyone in the chat. So come by, watch me stream whenever I do decide to stream, and we'll have some fun times together. The next question comes from William Chen. What should we do if our lanes are all just pushed and the enemy team is just playing so passively, so their jungler is ganking all of our lanes? Well, William, I'm assuming because you were saying if our lanes, I'm assuming that you're talking from the jungle's perspective. So if I'm a jungler and all of my lanes are pushed and it's forcing their enemy jungler to gank other lanes, I would start using that to counter jungle and to jungle harder and faster and kind of clear speed and everything like that, and just farm up in the jungle. You know, so say if you're Elise, they're Vi, right? And you're in the jungle. If I saw Vi go top, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show up in the bot lane and pressure it very hard and see if we could potentially get a small dive to where they have to base. You want to basically force them out of lane to some extent, either by killing them or sending them home, whatever, and force the dragon objective. Because if Vi's top, there's no way they can contest a dragon unless it's like a Cho'Gath mid on their team, in which case he could come down, consume, or devour, and outsmite you. But if it's Vi top, and assuming it's not a Cho'Gath mid or support, you could force a dragon there. If Vi's top, ward up her bot lane jungle, and when she goes bot and you see her on your wards, tell your mid laner to ward up their the top side jungle. You know, put wards deep into her jungle because you know where she is. The benefit of having all of your lanes pushed and pressured and adequately protected by wards that you could place down or they could place down is that you'll always be knowing where the Vi is, because she has to respond to that pressure, not the other way around. So you can now coordinate your job as a jungler by warding objectives and pressuring objectives when she's on the opposite side of the map. So that's what I would say if your lanes are so passive, or their lanes are so passive and you're very pushed. Force objectives and get deep wards. It's really going to help you out in the game, and it's going to help you guys secure a lot more objectives and get you guys a lot more gold. And this last question, this wasn't particularly asked by anyone, but I'm not referring to this question from any specific person. I just get this question a lot. I don't belong in bronze. I queue up with my diamond, plat, challenger, whatever, higher rank friends, and I wreck and I do well in lane. What can I do to get out of bronze? Or I don't belong in here. I mean, it's nothing against you. Like, you might be a fantastic laner, but laning phase is only like a third of the game, maybe even a quarter of the game, depending on how you look at it. Laning is nothing. Like, once you're out of laning, if that's all you're good at is in lane, oh, I went 11-0 in lane. Well, if you don't know how to transfer that into the late game, into the mid game, if you don't know how to pressure objectives, if you don't know how to ward, if you don't know how to team fight, if you don't know how to protect your ADC, if you don't know how to do any of that stuff, you don't belong anywhere else but bronze. If you're in bronze, you're in bronze for a reason. You know, and then there's those people who, oh, I always get trolls on my team. Well, use the Ponce theory, you know? The Ponce theory, if you are not a troll yourself, you statistically have more possibility of the troll being on their team compared to your team. Because you only have 4 chances out of 5 to have a troll. They have 5 chances out of 5. So technically, that's not even an excuse. Using Ponce's theory, again, I didn't make that up. That was Ponce. And for people who say that they don't belong in bronze and they queue up with their other friends and they do well, well, yeah, you do well. If you do well in lane, that's cool. But if all of your diamond and platinum friends are carrying you because they know game objective and they know everything about the game as far as mid and late game and team fight, of course they're going to carry you, you know? Especially since you're not dead weight in lane. So for the people out there saying, I don't belong in bronze, I really highly suggest that you reevaluate yourself as a league player. I did it, and I'm out of bronze. I started in bronze, you know? Everyone starts in, well, I mean, not everybody starts in bronze, but most people start in bronze. And you get out when you understand the game to an extent. Okay, that's all I can say. And for the people asking, you know, can you carry me out of bronze, things like that, I would love to, but I'm hurting you more than I am helping you. Yeah, it's cool that I can get you out of bronze, but what do you learn? How do you benefit as a player if you just get on someone's back? You're just going to be dead weight in silver. You're going to be that silver kid that sucks ass, you know? Like, learn the game to get out of bronze yourself, you know? And that's honestly the best thing I could do for you guys. You know, I can give you guys a fish but feed you for a night, but if I teach you how to fish, I'm going to feed you for a lifetime. So that's my advice to people who say they don't belong in bronze and that they belong in a higher division, is you're in bronze for a reason, you know? Learn the game. Learn other mechanics. If you know your laning phase is good, look at your team fighting phase. Look at your late game phase. Look at your pressuring of objectives. Look at your warding. If all of those are diamond level like you say you are, you shouldn't be in bronze. And if you are still in bronze, there's something you're doing wrong. That's all I can say. But, alright guys, that concludes this week's episode of Ask Biggims. I really hope you enjoyed it. And please keep posting those comments down below. We had a great week as far as comments are concerned. You guys are asking a lot of fantastic questions. I'm responding to everything, and these are just the ones I thought were the most important, the most applicable to the whole league community. And for those of you guys that I picked the comments, thank you very much for asking them. They were very well timed and a great question overall. So thank you guys for that. And I hope you guys and more people tune in next week for the next segment of Ask Biggims. And let your friends know about the series if they have questions too. They can post it down below and I'll be answering all their questions. Alright guys, thank you so much for your support again. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I really want to add more people to this family. We already have a fantastic family and community as is. Please leave a like and a comment down below if you like this video. Without anything to say, this has been your LOL support, and I am out of here.